No. How you guys? It's Tracy and Steve here. I updated the Pages app and this looks different. Somebody give us a thumbs up if you can see us. So we're back. We've had a crazy summer and everybody's asking for Steve to cook, so Steve's cooking. Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm okay.
He's okay. This is veggie fried rice, and we learned this from the yoga test group I did. This was one of the recipes, and we kind of wing it according to what vegetables we have around.
Yeah, this is also super cheap.
It's
Eggs
super
are cheap. Rice is cheap, and it's any vegetable that's started to get a little soft in your fridge is a perfect thing to use them for. You can use them all up. So there's no exact recipe, and the ratios can be whatever you want too. I use a little less rice because you don't like as much rice. So, but generally, if you make a cup of rice and at least a couple cups of veggies, and then 8 or 10 eggs, that's like, but you can give or take any of those proportions. We did.
So we do, how many eggs is this?
I'm just doing 8, and actually I'm only about 3 egg yolks because I'm watching my yolks. But you can, it's whatever you want, egg whites or egg whites.
And the original recipe called for 12 eggs, 10 eggs.
I think it was 10.
A lot, 10 eggs, but you're estimating some that you're getting 2 per person. But it ends up a huge meal, so we've cut it back what the original recipe was.
And there's not even that many ingredients. Soften all the veggies. That's all our veggies. I already sauteed them, chopped them up small, sauteed them in a little olive oil.
So what did we have for veggies?
We used red pepper, carrots, mushrooms, a little bit of zucchini, onion, and I think that's it.
And you make them like bite-sized?
Yeah.
Because you're gonna, scramble's the wrong word, but he's making this into a vegetable stir-fry that you add the eggs to. So,
So anyway, cook all the veggies first, set them aside, cook the rice, and then all you're going to do is cook the eggs. And again, by the way, all I used so far was a little olive oil. Cooking the eggs up until they start getting solid, fold them over a little bit, and then you roll in everything else, the rice and the veggies. Add a little bit of soy. We use gluten-free soy, and that's it. I mean, maybe 2 tablespoons at the most. So it's really fried veggies, cooked eggs, and rice. When they say fried rice, the rice isn't fried. It's made like you always make it.
and we use brown rice, long cooking brown rice, and that was pre-made. Well, we actually made it today, but sometimes we'll make enough rice for like a couple nights.
And I've halved it before too. Sometimes I've done half quinoa, half rice.
But this is all rice.
Mm-hmm.
I have to put on my glasses, I can't see. So anyway, if you just joined us, Steve is making veggie fried rice. This is one of the recipes from the 3-week yoga TV test group I did. And I have a group starting that with me Monday, but I wanted to make one of the recipes to show them because it's easy. Because if you make your rice ahead, you know, make 6, 8 servings, depending on your family, make it ahead. You've already got it. So all you're having to do is saute vegetables and throw the eggs in and the rice in. So it's good for whatever vegetables you have left over. It just depends on what we've got in the fridge. We're not real specific on it. What does it come out to, like a cup of vegetables, 2 cups of vegetables?
At least 2 cups of veggies.
At least 2 cups of vegetables.
Yeah, I mean they cook down to almost nothing, so you have to start with a lot of vegetables, probably 3 or 4 cups, but they cook down to like 2 cups.
So this does have egg in it, obviously, and we're using primarily egg whites. We tend to do, you know, I don't know, 2 to 1 or 3 to 1 egg whites to yolk. So it's not as yellow because we do more egg whites.
That's it. The eggs are cooked that quick.
So they look scrambled but moist. And now he's throwing in the vegetables and the rice.
And the rice.
Isn't that easy? So when we saw this recipe, I was like, we could do this one.
The longest part of this is letting the rice cook and chopping up the veggies. So,
yeah.
I mean, it depends how pretty you want it. If you don't care about how pretty it is, you don't have to chop them up too well. Just cook them. And I put the rice in last, only because I want the rice to be colored by the soy. And it's just a couple tablespoons of soy. That browns up the rice a little more. And that is it. You don't need any other spices of any kind that I know of. It's like 2 spices.
So I wanted to show you this. This is next week's what we think we're gonna eat. Doesn't mean we stick to it exactly. But if I make 5 days and we buy the food for the 5 days, not 7, it's summer, 5. And that's what I do. So I have, you know, what 5 days worth. Does it mean what I have on Monday, we eat on Monday? Not necessarily, but at least, you know, we've got our, and we buy for that, and if anything can be cooked ahead, cook it ahead. If you can chop vegetables ahead, chop them ahead. And that way, when you get home, you're not getting on the phone saying, oh, hon, what should I pick up for dinner? You just can do it. Steve's primarily the cook in here, not me.
You make a big enough batch of this too, though. You just heat up again for your second meal.
So it's an enormous batch.
Yeah.
And we're using brown rice, so it looks a little different than if you were to use white. But white rice is like mostly simple sugar. It's so, it's missing the fiber and the nutrients of the carb, so it doesn't last as long, and you bigger insulin rush after you eat it. So we do the brown rice. So have any of you ever made vegetable fried rice? That's all it is vegetable and fried rice. We're adding eggs as a protein. Simple.
That's it. Can you even see that?
You guys can see that. Back up a little. Does the light drown it out?
Yeah, maybe.
The light might drown it out.
It's okay.
But-
Can you smell it? Yeah,
Can you smell it?
it's good. All right.
He's going to make me turn it off because he won't wait to eat. So, if your husband's, it's a question I love to ask in front of him. If your husband's go to pick up the pizza, how many slices of pizza are in a pizza that the store makes?
7.
7. Because he eats it on the way home. Have a great night, you guys. If you want to get in that group, comment below or message me at the top of the page where it says message me, and I'll send you the email link to get you in the group. Anyway,